Good morning. I'm here back in the same location as I was yesterday, which is, I sometimes do that because I'm going to show you in a minute how the light has completely changed. And when you're painting, the source of the light is very important. So I'm Janine, and welcome to Art Adventures with Janine. Today I'm going to briefly discuss pardon me while I switch the camera. I'm going to discuss paper. And let's see, I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. So this is that's what I did. Actually, I did that on a little earlier in the month. Let's see. I did yesterday. I posted this on Instagram and LinkedIn under my name. Janine Nielsen. And today, though, you can see that the colors are a lot more clear. The clouds have dispersed, and I've got a magnificent blue sea, and the sky, as the day progresses, is just going to get bluer and bluer, which is an artist's dream. I'm going to take just one moment, though, to discuss paper. I do use watercolor paper. And watercolor paper, you can buy it at, and you can see it's serrated, so you can tear off a page to frame it, sell it, frame it, whatever you want to do with it. There's many types of watercolor paper, and you do need to get watercolor paper, and you can buy it by the sheet and cut it up, or you can get different sizes. If you use just regular office paper or typing paper, what I would call, or copier paper, the paper is going to shrivel up. And you might want to go for that effect, but ultimately it's better to have a paper that is going to withstand water. And it's got a little bit of tooth to it, a little bit of so it'll hold the paint, and different watercolor paper will have a different weights to it, and a different, when I say tooth, I mean there's literally, it's a little rough on the top. If you feel it, you'll feel it feels a little rough. And sometimes if I'm not happy with this side, what I produced on this side, I will go ahead and paint on the other side. It's not that big a deal. It's different though in that it's flatter. It doesn't have the teeth, so you do get a different effect. I also will say that sometimes I will wet the paper, and there's a couple different ways you can wet the paper. I use paper towel, and you'll see in this one, I used the paper towel actually to get an effect. Once I painted, I did this, and we'll talk about technique in another lesson. Right now I just want to go over paper and what you can do with a very versatile heavy watercolor paper. I can literally put this under the tap and paint on it, and I'm going to get some really cool effects with the brush and the paint. Or I can just take some water and dabble, sprinkle water on it like so, and then dabble, and I'm also going to get a cool effect. And at some point I will talk about using a wet brush versus a dry brush, and paint saturation. There's a lot that goes into making a watercolor painting and making one that you're going to be happy with. So that's it for today. I'm not getting this paper wet because I want a different effect. So we'll see how it turns out. I said I'll post it, and tomorrow I'm going to be in a different location, somewhere here in grass. Have a good one.